If you're looking for a wonderful business, it's hard to beat Coca-Cola. So that's why I'm here.
Thank you.
Warren Buffett is obsessed with Coca-Cola, and it shows. He's owned Coca-Cola stock since 1988, and to date, he has never sold a single share. 1/4 of all the calories Warren Buffett consumes comes from Coca-Cola. That's what happens when you drink 5 cans of Coke a day. He loves cherry Coke specifically. He even believes that drinking Coke instead of, God forbid, broccoli has helped him live a longer life.
I drink classic Coke at the office, and I drink cherry Coke at home. And, it's an incredible combination. Try it.
I drink probably 5 12-ounce Cokes a day, and that's about 700 calories. And I've been doing it more or less all my life. I can't imagine anybody that feels better than I do. If I'd had a twin and he had to eat broccoli and asparagus and Brussels sprouts and done it every day, and I'd been drinking my Coke and eating potato chips, and there's some cookies that also have 100 calories per ounce. Which of us? I think the other guy would be gone. I mean, I think he probably would have committed suicide, actually. And he certainly wouldn't feel as good about life as I do. I feel good every day.
Warren Buffett loves Coca-Cola so much that every time you see Warren Buffett on his annual meeting at Berkshire Hathaway, you'll see a can of Coca-Cola on the table together with a box of peanut brittle from See's Candy. It's part of Buffett's brand at this point. You can't think of Buffett without thinking about Berkshire's stake in Coca-Cola. It's almost like Coca-Cola is the literal embodiment of his value investing philosophy. He stayed on the Coca-Cola board of directors for 17 years before he stepped down in 2006. Even after that, he appears frequently at Coca-Cola's annual meetings as the guest speaker.
Please join me in giving a refreshing Coca-Cola welcome to Warren Buffett. So Warren Buffett, give him another Atlanta warm welcome.
He even made a Coca-Cola song to celebrate his infatuation with Coke.
Cola, keep it company. I like to buy the world a Coke and keep it company. Of course, I could buy the world a Coke, but I'm not sure my shareholders would go for that.
So why does Warren Buffett love Coca-Cola stocks so much? Well, first, it's made him a lot of money. He's held it since 1988. Since then, Coca-Cola stock has generated 2,500% returns. Compare this to the S&P 500 in the same period, which generated roughly 1,400% returns, and you can see why Warren Buffett loves Coca-Cola so much. It's made him more money than if he invested in the S&P 500 index, which every investor compares their investment returns to. Warren Buffett believes Coca-Cola will continue dominating the beverage market without losing market share over time. Warren thinks it's almost a certainty that people will know what Coca-Cola is. As the population of the world rises, so will Coca-Cola's customers. There have been many instances across decades where Buffett encountered investors who said Coca-Cola stock was done growing and that their market share could never possibly grow any bigger. Fortune magazine did an article on Coke's decline, and they were wrong. Coca-Cola's market share only continued to grow throughout the years. Warren Buffett will never sell a single share of Coke. Coca-Cola has tremendous growth potential. It only has 14% market share in developed markets and a mere 6% in emerging markets. If Coke can capture some of the market share, they'll be able to raise their sales. Their PE ratio sits at around 27, which, while slightly overvalued, was the norm for Coca-Cola stock for many years. It's a wonderful dividend stock which pays 3% in dividends each year to investors. When you look at dividend stocks, you have to find companies that grow their dividends frequently. Coca-Cola is one of those companies. It has raised its dividend for over 60 years straight. Coca-Cola stock is a dividend king, which is a title given to stocks only if they raise dividends for 50 consecutive years. Coca-Cola also does frequent stock buybacks, which raises the value of all the shares which investors like Buffett are holding on to. Warren Buffett has over 400 million shares of Coca-Cola, which accounts for almost 10% of the Coca-Cola company. Berkshire's Coca-Cola shares altogether are worth $22 billion. Coca-Cola pays dividends quarterly every year. They issue 44 cents every quarter, so Warren Buffett gains roughly $700 million per year in dividends. That there is a very good incentive for holding on to Coca-Cola stock. Can you imagine spending $1.3 billion on a stock and getting $700 million every single year? That's a yearly return of over 50% as long as Buffett keeps holding on to the stock. With consistent returns like that, why would Buffett ever want to sell Coca-Cola stock? If there's ever a crash in the stock market, Coca-Cola stock serves as a flight to safety, meaning investors will sell their other shares and dump them into Coca-Cola shares for safekeeping because they know the shares won't fall too much. Coca-Cola shares keep their value even in market volatility. Consumer habits die hard, and it's very unlikely that they will shift their diet away from Coke. There's a segment of the population who just won't drink water. They prefer something flavored. Their go-to beverage will likely be Coke. Great brands last forever. And that's why, if consumers had a choice between a $1 Coca-Cola and a generic Coke brand from Costco or Walmart, while it's possible they would buy the 20-cent generic Coke, they'd still prefer the original Coca-Cola. Warren Buffett is a value investor. He's famous for investing in value stocks. He wants companies that create value and make productive assets, where the company generates cash and creates product. The Coca-Cola company is that brand. As long as Coca-Cola maintains their global market share and the company's fundamentals don't falter, Buffett will continue holding on to the stock. While Warren Buffett has said he will never sell Wells Fargo Bank shares and then proceeded to sell them once the company fundamentals failed, Coca-Cola is firmly embedded in the human psyche. Ask anyone on earth what a Coke is and they'll know what it is. The likelihood that Coke will fall out of favor is very unlikely, and even if they do, Coca-Cola has already invested in many other popular beverage brands like Dr. Pepper, Powerade, and Schweppes to gain market share. I'll end this video with a quote from Warren Buffett. It will explain in summary why Warren Buffett will continue to hold on to Coke for a long time. When we own portions of outstanding businesses with outstanding management, our favorite holding period is forever. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe.